Hey y'all, welcome to the Toadstead, kind of the weekend edition. And this one's coming to you from inside the shed, the Toadshed, if you will. Well, why are we in here? Well, a couple of reasons. First and foremost, I have to work in here a bunch to just trying to kind of keep everything where I can get to it. And number two, man, it's cold out there. Now I know some of my friends from the higher latitudes will say, oh, come on, where you are, 38 degrees, that's not cold. Well, 38 degrees to me is cold. There's a reason I live in the deep south, and the fact that I detest cold weather is one of the big reasons. But so y'all look out, man. I know you're getting some good snow up there on the eastern seaboard. At least it's predicted. So yeah, y'all be safe. Stay warm. Miles just jumped in the door. He never misses an opportunity to come and hang out. But just going to answer a couple of questions. I got one. Are you uncomfortable on camera? I don't know. I went back and looked at the video I did sitting here on the porch, and I know I was doing that. Well, it's because it was cold. I was kind of huddled up, and I was just wearing that sweatshirt. So, yeah, I was a little bit chilly. But as far as being uncomfortable on camera, I don't know. I never really worried about judging it. It just is what it is. Another question about, I know when I did the two-part series on the septic tank, somebody suggested that I mark the septic tank for future use. Well, I did. Not that I really had to, because at least in our case, when we put the septic tank and everything in and then did the backfill, it's pretty obvious. I didn't bring in a box blade or a grater or something, and when you put something that big in a hole, you got dirt left over. So there's a bit of a mound where the septic tank itself is, and where where the leach line is as well. Later on, if you saw the video, it just came out recently, I talked about putting the driveway in. Well, the dirt that was delivered for the driveway is what we call clay gravel, and it's exactly what it is. It's a mixture of clay and a pretty large aggregate gravel, and what got left over also got put over near the septic tank, or almost right on top of it, for later use for patching the driveway, patching different spots. So it's pretty obvious where it is. The other thing is, I have a plat that shows the entire property, and it's done to scale, and on that plat, all of the improvements that we make as we go along are added to the plat. So it's relatively easy to go and find different things, because while the septic tank is relatively easy to find, once the grass and everything comes in, things like the water lines and the septic line could become a little difficult to find, and of course we will have to tie into all of that for the cabin and the future shop. So it wasn't the septic tank that made me do it, it was the other stuff. But yeah, it is all plotted out, and I'm just watching Miles. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but not only is it really cold, the wind is just kicking up. That's kind of the reason I'm doing this in here. I still haven't solved the problem of high winds, on the camera affecting the noise. And I'm in the middle of doing an outdoor project. I don't mind working too much out here if I got, my jacket and gloves and all that, but I can't really show you what I'm doing because the wind would just be way, way too noisy in the camera. And when the videos I'm making come around, you'll be able to tell when it was going on. So that's pretty much all I can think of for this weekend. Just a couple of answered questions. And again, I want to thank y'all for coming along for the ride. I am going to try and put out more videos as I go along. Try and keep you up to date while we're catching up with videos that were shot a while back. But I think for now the watchword of this weekend is just stay warm. Stay warm, have a good time. I remember when I was a much younger person and lived way up north, as a child, kind of enjoyed the snow. Did a lot of sledding and tobogganing and snowshoeing and stuff like that. I do not do that kind of thing anymore. I'm more of a warm weather kayaking kind of guy now. But y'all have fun this weekend. Stay warm, enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you next time around.